Hi, everybody. Hi, Dylan.
Hey, yo, Lee, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Here we are, another day.
Yeah, good to be back.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You know what day it is?
Weed Wednesday?
It's Weed Wednesday, everybody. How are you all doing out there? All 22 of you, or 220 of you, or however many there are of you. Here we are. There you are. Here we all are. It's like some kind of cosmic connection we have here on the internet.
Oh, wow. Pretty cool.
Yes, cosmic connection. Somebody there, yeah. Where do we start today? There's so much to talk about. Somebody asked about the little pears. I don't have an affinity for pears. Here's one that's a little plum. What happened was I was in this music store, and they had a big, you know, when you go in the counter of stores and they have shit up at the counter where you just grab shit and in a basket of shit. Anyway, they had these little things. They're shakers. They're not real pears. They're shakers.
That's pretty cool. They look so real. You would think they're actual fruit.
I've had people try to bite them. They come in here and bite them. They don't bite my pear. And anyway, this one has a different sound.
Wow, look at that.
So I couldn't resist them. Look, they even have the little labels on them.
Wow.
They look so like really right.
That is great.
Oh, this is made by Remo. Remo Extra Fancy. You know, Remo makes the drum heads. They're the company that makes all the drum heads.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Remo. Wow. Everybody in the world is playing with Remo drum heads.
Pretty cool.
What is this? So these are made promotional items of the drum company, I guess.
That's great.
So anyway, no, I have no affiliation for pears. There's no cosmic connection with me and pears. I just got these little shakers, and they're really good, and they don't scare the kitty.
Oh, wow, you're right.
Yeah, they should scare him. I wonder if we actually got the shakers off a rattlesnake and shaked him if that would scare him.
Wow. Yeah.
But rattlesnakes really shake them really violently. Have you ever seen a rattlesnake shake their shakers?
Yeah, that's some creepy looking stuff.
They really vibrate them, man. They shake them real good.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Might be a few snakes here in the jungle.
Yeah, fucking Bigfoot. It probably ate them all. No alligators either. We're not in Florida here. We're somewhere else. We're in Bigfoot country.
Right.
Yeah. There was something else somebody asked. What was the other question somebody asked about?
Let's see, there was a couple of different ones we had.
Let me see. There was some other question.
There was a question regarding your checker car.
The checker. I love checker cars, and they quit manufacturing them in 1976.
Oh, okay.
Or was it? I don't know, sometime like that. Anyway, I loved my checkers. I had two of them.
So describe to me what this checker car
like a checker taxi in New York, the classic New York taxi that you see in all the older movies.
Yeah.
And they had really giant back seats. That's what was really cool about them. They had these giant back seats.
Okay.
So when my kids were little, we had a checker, and so my kids would just bounce around in the back seat. That was pre-seat belt.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a great car. It had so much room. I wish I had that checker today. And put a big motor in it. It would be so cool. Make it into a hot rod, a checker hot rod.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because they were just primitive. They have frame with body, you know. They were like old-fashioned cars.
Right. What was the miles per gallon?
Mine had a 6 in it. Most of them had V8s.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They were they were used as taxi. Checker was a taxi company, and they actually manufactured their own cars.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they would sell them to the public.
Nice. That's pretty cool. You have any photos of that?
No, but there's a lot of photos of checkers around. I had a tan one. Then I got another one from this guy. He came into our music store, and he was from Florida. And he had a checker that he'd bought from it had been the embassy car at some embassy, and it was an extra long one, like a limo, so it had an extra long back seat.
Wow. Okay.
The normal one had a big back seat with fold down little jump seats.
Oh, wow.
But this one was extra long, and so I got it from him, and
nice.
We tried to make it look like something you'd see like in South America with some dictator. So we painted it maroon with a I think they had a cream top, and then we had the flag holders on the front. You know, it was like it was full like with white sidewalls. It was like beyond. Yeah, man, it was
South
cool.
American dictator. That's great.
Yeah, that was the inspiration for that. You know, or at least the way they portray them in the movies was an inspiration.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's great, man. That's hilarious.
Yeah. That
sounds pretty badass.
What was the other thing? Somebody asked something else. Man, we're desperate for stuff to talk about. We're answering your stupid fucking questions. So welcome to our world, man. You know we're fucked up if we're answering your questions, right? Like you're asking me about my car. I think Bruce did that. We're going to cut you some slack, Bruce, since you're an old friend. But yeah, I love checkers.
Well, we answered the pair question. That was important.
Yeah, we got the pair. That was an important question, yes.
Someone also asked, what came first, Heidi Ho or Heidi High?
I don't know, man. I think some old guy, one of the old guys from the big band era days had some call. Was it Cab Calloway or somebody had some song, Heidi, Heidi, High?
Okay.
I guess subliminally that somehow seeped into my world there,
wow.
you know.
Pretty cool. That's interesting. Another person mentioned about talking about each of your albums one by one and describing, how you felt about each one and what was going on.
I could sum them all up. Terrible about all of them.
Wow, all right, that was fast.
I hated all of them. They were most embarrassing things. Like if you got the worst fucking tattoo in the world, right? Like you got the worst tattoo, and instead of just putting it under your sleeve, you slam it on your fucking forehead. Right? That's how it was.
That's
how
brilliant.
it was. Yeah, man. Everybody plays, nobody gets out alive. That's the new saying. It's not just in Vegas; it's in life.
Wow.
How do you describe life? Everybody plays, nobody wins. What did I say? Nobody gets out alive. Yeah, well, that's true. Anyway,
I'm glad we got that explanation for the albums. Yeah.
You were telling us yesterday about the movie. Oh, did you see the clip that Arthur sent?
Oh yeah, he sent you a copy too.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Yep.
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
They filmed on Friday at the Viper Room.
Oh yeah,
and they had heavy metal bands, and so Arthur, the creator of this new movie, sent you a copy and me a copy of the stuff they shot the other night. It was so cool looking.
Yeah, we shot a couple different locations for this
music
video. That
it was good seeing that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun. There were some decent fellows out there, good guys. They were. Had fun stuff to talk about, and they were really cooperative with the filmmaking.
I didn't check my email till late at night, and then I saw it there and went, oh shit, and I watched it, so I stayed up later than I would normally because I was watching it.
Yeah.
Hey, big kitty. Hey, big kitty.
The lead singer's character in that band is also like an ex-CIA operative, so he's involved in like subliminal messaging through music videos and stuff like that. And then my character was interviewing them. I'm the conspiracy documentary filmmaker working on.
What if you had a casting call, but it was for nothing? Like you're there every week, and you're holding casting calls, but it's for no project. There's no project, no backside. You just come and audition.
That's interesting.
I bet people would do that because there's all these people that are so just dying to like just do something.
Right.
So they could come there and
it's kind of postmodern, right?
Yeah, or post something.
Post something, yeah, exactly.
Is that how Post Malone got his name? That dude looks funny.
Post Malone.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, he's got a lot of funny looking.
He's got a look about him. He's believable looking. Post Malone could be anything. You'd believe him no matter what he was. You'd think he was one of that. He could be whatever character you want him to be.
Right.
You look at him.
That's true. I mean, he can be like a rapper one day and then more of a country artist the other day.
Yeah, he could be a truck driver. I mean, he could be a bunch of characters because he has that kind of face.
Yeah. Right. Very distinct face.
Unlike my smart ass self who just has one stupid ass grin on my face.
That's a trademark grin.
Yeah, trademark grin. My kids hate it. He goes, don't smile about everything. You go, listen. Listen.
Oh, there's plenty of things to smile about.
Yeah. So, what else, man? What are we talking about here?
We're talking about
here we are. Come on, we're not prepared. That's because we don't talk about current events. Everybody gets up every morning, they look at their shit, and they go, okay, here's what we're going to talk about. It. Like we could say Julian Assange got released. We could spend an hour talking about that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There was a movie about him that they did with Benedict Cumberbatch. I've never seen it, but I'd like to check that out at some point. Yeah.
He's free, man. I'm in favor of that. This show's not political, but we do like free press.
Sure, yeah.
And freedom of something.
Yeah, that's reasonable, absolutely.
Freedom of something.
Freedom of something.
We're free to be fucked up. Yeah, man. I got inspired seeing that movie. You guys were making that movie. I was going, yeah, I
Cool.
want to make movies.
And that's just unedited too. Like it hasn't been cut together. That's just all just the straight, dailies.
I'm sure he said it's the same thing,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, we'll put it all together, and it'll be like a music video. We'll cut from the Viper room to the house over in Northridge, and kind of splice that all
Listen,
together.
everybody, we're zoning. We're getting closer to the out-of-body experience.
All right.
This is developing into a whole plan.
Fantastic.
This is bigger than big.
You thinking about maybe reaching out to those folks this week and giving them a call?
I don't know. I'm going to have this meeting here and see if we can get something organized.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We got to
Excellent,
make
man.
moves.
Yeah, I'm ready to try that out. I'm
Anyway,
prepared.
the whole idea of having a place where people could sit down and go out of body,
Yeah.
it'd have to be very, limited because everybody in the world would want to do it. So
Right. Yeah.
it'd be like a DMT trip without the DMT.
Yeah, that's the most remarkable element of it is there's no other assistance needed, no drugs or no meditation or anything. You just sit down, right?
Yeah. Now, I
fascinating.
wonder if you were really high and you sat down,
Yeah, I wonder how that would affect
if you
it.
wouldn't go out, if you'd go into some other place.
Do you remember if you were like buzzed off a joint before sitting down, or if were you like stone cold sober?
No, I was probably high,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
but no more high than normal.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's good to know because that means that it won't inhibit the experience.
But I mean,
you're a
if
little
you
bit
smoke some
stoned.
DMT and then
Right.
sat in that chair,
Right. Wow. That could be something.
you might go to Mars
Right.
and see Mars men.
There is the one fear that you might not be able to come back to your body for some reason. There's always that
Like
concern.
I always say, if you scramble your eggs, you might get scrambled eggs. Yeah, everybody. That's the saying. If you scramble your eggs, you might get scrambled eggs.
What if it really does still work to this day, and we can go and use it, and it could turn into a phenomenon? This could be used.
No, it'd be
for so many
world
things.
earth shattering.
Yeah.
Because people talk about that shit, but nobody can ever find one.
Right,
And we
right.
actually found a portal.
Yeah.
Not through intellect or
Right.
depth of intellectual ability, but through pure fucking accident.
Yeah.
Renee sat on that chair and went out of body, and we thought she was ODing.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine if you could like rehabilitate criminals or people who are have mental illness, that have this out of body experience. They come
Send them
back.
so they don't come back.
No.
We're going to put you on setting number 7. Set you to number 7 based on your potential for otherworldly experience. No, it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely game changing.
You have to rob every single person. That would be part of the show.
Yeah.
Anybody that goes out, man, we're going through their pockets. Yeah. Keep it honest, keep it honest. You're not special. Like the biggest people could come in and we'd go through their shit and they'd be up there watching,
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, they're just helplessly
We'd
watching.
be looking and reading their stuff, using their thumb to get their phone open.
That's right.
Yeah,
They
man.
could pry their eyes open for the Face ID.
We'd be in your shit. We'd be in your shit. Are you there? We'd open their eyes and
Yeah.
look, hello. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be this is shaping up into a spectacular.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of all the crazy shit, that's about as crazy as it gets.
Oh yeah, that's one of the most thrilling things I've heard, and most incredible, unbelievable stories. That's like the final frontier, if you think about it. It's outside of the brain.
Yeah, man, out of your body, almost dead, but not scary dead. See, that's the thing. Nobody was afraid. Nobody had fear. Nobody felt it was a near-death experience. None of
Right.
those things happened. Like all three of us that it happened to,
Right.
none of us felt negative shit or judgmental. None of us felt like
Yeah.
we had a vibe about it, the whole thing. It was just very neutral. It was just out of the body. It was like purely like
Right.
almost clinical, like out of the body. And
Yeah.
there you are for 90 minutes looking down at your body.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's incredible. Yeah. Was the field of view any different from like the usual perspective? Like I can see
I don't
out the
remember
sides of
that.
my eyes, but yeah, I see.
I just remember seeing my body,
Seeing like a image of it,
but not the surroundings.
Yeah, gotcha.
But the surroundings weren't blurred. I don't have a vivid recollection of the
Yeah,
image, but I
Right.
know that I was up there looking at my body.
That's pretty cool. I was thinking about it. On one hand, it could be that you're exiting the brain, consciousness is outside the brain, right? Well, on the other hand, what if humans are born with some kind of invisible organ that's like not tangible in 3D, but maybe in a higher dimension? And
Periscopic.
yeah, some kind of periscope.
Invisible periscopic.
I like that.
Ultra-dimensional extension.
Yeah. And then maybe that just wakes it up, and maybe you're still attached to your body, but you're just floating on your third eyeball that's like above your head. Yeah. That could be cool.
Yeah. The kitty's mellow as a cello. You're mellow as a cello. Mellow as a cello.
Yeah.
So I'm laying down here thinking about going out of body. I'm thinking, oh, yeah.
It'd be great to experiment and see, how can you move when you're out of body? Can you look up? Can you exit the building? I would imagine you could, right?
It'll be like an astronaut. You have a whole checklist you have to go through when you're out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You take this list with you.
Yep. Except they call them
Remember these
psychonauts.
Questions. You're going to be asking them.
Right.
Yeah, that's trippy if people actually tripped out. Because it was sort of, I don't know if you could do any kind of manipulation in that condition. It wasn't that kind of thing.
Right.
Maybe it could be.
Yeah, I would approach it as a scientist or an investigator.
It could be something that you could manipulate once you were out there, but it didn't feel like that.
Right.
It didn't feel like I was in control or out of control.
Yeah, I see.
It just felt like I was up there looking down. But it didn't feel like any kind of, there was absolutely zero agenda I felt zero agenda. There was no negative, positive, nothing. It was just almost just physical, just like being up there looking down,
Yeah.
And everybody else described the same way. Nobody was afraid. Nobody felt it was a near-death experience or nothing.
Wow, interesting. Well, that's good. That's somewhat reassuring.
I wonder what the Indians smoked before they did it. We found your lost spot. If we tell them, they'll probably come and declare it some kind of Indian fucking place and lock us out. It'll have to always be a secret location.
Right. Wow. Amazing. I had a friend of mine in Beverly Hills who had a crazy UFO experience just about a month ago. He was telling me.
In Beverly Hills?
Yeah, in Beverly Hills. He was in his yard, like out in his front yard, and he saw this giant rectangular object that was absolutely enormous with all these weird esoteric lights on it. And it was just slowly moving through the sky, like drifting through the sky. And then eventually it went far and then just kind of vanished. But he was so freaked out by it that he actually called the cops.
And nobody else saw it?
And no, apparently not. Nobody else. This was like, nighttime, so it was kind of dark sky, but he could see this huge rectangle. Absolutely
L.A.,
enormous.
I think somebody's always looking up.
Right. So that was compelling. He definitely is into that. And the fact that he called the police is really striking because, he's not the type of guy to call police for any reason, but he was so terrified by how big this craft was. I thought that was really remarkable. So I got to keep my eyes to the sky. I didn't realize Beverly Hills gets fucking UFO activity.
Beverly Hills UFOs. Yeah. That's questionable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool to imagine, though. Just a giant, intimidating spacecraft. Yeah, about a month ago, yeah. We could have him on the show. He can talk about it one day.
Who sent those UFOs to your yard? Oh, you know this person good enough to get them to talk about it?
Oh, yeah. They're pretty cool. He does his own kind of podcast. He's in a band, a friend of mine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We were just bullshitting, talking about UFO stuff.
And he said that story?
He was like, holy shit, man, last month I saw this crazy thing.
And you called the cops.
And he called the cops. I was so
freaked out. He could bring the police report in himself, and we could recount the story.
That could be cool. Apparently, they ask you a whole checklist of questions because they do get a lot of calls about UFOs. So they say, how big is it? Is it making any sound? What colors are the lights? Is it like a red and green light? If it's red and green, it's most likely like a plane or some kind of earthling craft. But he went through and it was like, no, none of that. It looks completely weird and esoteric. So I find that pretty compelling.
That's great.
Yeah.
We love that shit. So, welcome to the Sci-Fi Channel and the Horror Channel and the Ho Channel.
I love it. It's all entertaining stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
So we have a horror movie we want to make,
That's right.
a virtual movie we want to make, an extended series about out-of-body experiences in our secret out-of-body place.
That's right. Yeah.
All these shows with nowhere to go.
We just got to make a media empire.
Media empire in my mind. I have a media empire existing between my ears. It's very crowded in there. I say, what do you do when there's an empire inside your head? If I get any more full of shit, I'll be like Kanye. I'll be like, yee.
You'll be a leader of leaders.
Leader of leaders. Yeah. Leader of leaders. That's a title you could bestow on yourself if your ego was bigger than ego.
Yeah.
I have an ego that's bigger than ego. Anyway, we like that. People from LA, see, everybody from LA, even if they move away and put down LA, if they spend time growing up in LA, they've been LAized.
Yeah, LA.
And they go off to wherever they go and they imagine that they're creating the new Hollywood because in their bones, man, they're full of LA.
Right, right.
It's dangerous. You better not come here and live. You'll take that shit back to wherever you're from, man. You'll go back to your home land.
Wow.
And you'll take your LA shit with you.
Cool.
Yeah. I love LA.
Yeah, me too.
When I get here, there's something about the air. Like I get out here and I smell the air and I just think, I can remember it as when I was a kid, that exact smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And now it's combined with piss.
Yeah.
We mix. I had an idea for, you know how they all these tours around Venice, these people have these bike tours.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, we had an idea for a bike tour of all the garbage dumpsters in Venice, all the most smelliest dumpsters behind the restaurants. In the old days, the health department didn't make them clean out their garbage cans behind the restaurants, the ones they dump. And they would be like the most toxic smelling things. You'd ride by and hold your nose, you know. So I thought we could have a dumpster tour of Venice, the Venice
hilarious.
dumpster tour.
I like it.
Yeah. I love Venice, too.
Dumpster.
I've had people come down here and go, how can you live like this? And I go, what? This is the coolest fucking place. It's like living in heaven.
We're in the jungle, baby.
Yeah, but we're in fucking Bigfoot behind me, and over there is somebody else. Maximum creativity.
Great. Well, I've enjoyed today's.
I wrote a song once called They're Serving Bullshit for Breakfast in Hollywood.
How does it go? Can you sing us a little rendition?
And I don't even remember how it went. I only remember the title. That's what's so funny about it. Yeah. Well, I guess we've been here long enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Like it's some kind of torture.
Right.
I was reading why people do these extended podcasts, because sometimes they have these guests on and they just keep talking and talking, and they go for over an hour. And I was wondering, why do they do that? But I found out there's some kind of monetary advantage if people watch over an hour. Yeah. So I guess those people are playing that game or something. Or do you think everybody sincerely has shit to talk about for 3 hours? Like I see people going to podcasts and you look at it, it says 3 hours. I go, I don't have 3 hours to watch that.
Right. Yeah.
Give me a synopsis of what this person's about, you know?
Yeah.
3 hours. Unless you're a fanboy of somebody, then you could do 3 hours.
Or if I'm like on a long distance road trip driving, that's one instance where that would be somewhat tolerable. If you're just hitting the road, just driving straight for hours. Yeah.
Imagine when cars can drive themselves and you can just sit there and look at your screen and hope you make it in one piece.
Yeah, we're very close.
I'm putting my life in your hands, car. Drive me there.
It's tough. Yeah, how could you put your life in the hands of a fallible machine, you know? But then again, we're all machines in some way. We're all fallible. So
we're all fallible.
Yeah.
Fallible. Not to be confused with valuables.
Yeah, not to be confused.
Come on, you guys out there in Dullland. You got to change the name of your clients or your people that love you to be valuables. Because that's all you guys have out there is your people that love you. The value guys. So call your people valuables because they're valuable to you. Without them, your value has no value. You have no value without your valuables. It's like holding your nuts in one hand and to make sure they're there. You say, I held my valuables. Anyway, We
Great.
like you guys. We have to make fun of you guys out there because you got to make fun of the leader of leaders. Yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll die and there'll be famous people at your funeral.
Great.
So this is a guy, we knew this guy. He's the leader of leaders and he sold hats and t-shirts to make it official. Yeah. That's not nice. That's mean-spirited of me. Forgive me. We give you the name Valuables in the name of value.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
starting to get redundant here.
Oh. 3, 2, 1. Poof.